Good evening, MOSHAPE members. My name is Chris Stehle, board member and your weekly host of the MOSHAPE Minute. I am joined today by our Director of Media and Promotions, Guy Danhoff. Guy, how you doing this evening?
I'm actually doing really well. I love the new time format. Got to tell you, Chris, I certainly enjoy this new recommendation. Again, just trying to serve the members of MOSHAPE.
Well, Guy, you and I both have some exciting news to share with our members this evening. And first and foremost, there was a Future Professionals meeting last week. Can you share with the audience a little bit about what that was and some things that we found out through that?
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I got a chance to join our president, Dr. Dochev, as well as our executive director, Tom Lowry. And I got to sit in that whole event. And I got to tell you, there was multiple schools represented. I think it was just great to see a really strong turnout. And there's a couple things that are emerging. You're going to see a couple of sessions coming out, Chris, for our upcoming convention, which we'll talk about in a second. But the other thing that we are going to get a chance to see is our first town hall, or virtual town hall, if you would, with the future professionals as they get set to look who's going to take over as the president-elect moving forward. But it was really a great time of exchange. Also talking about the things that their needs are, and then how they're going to do some sessions that's going to add real value. So I know that I'm excited what they're going to be doing at the convention, as they've got a few weeks to get their proposals together and certainly turn them in. So it was a great meeting, a lot of energy, a lot of collaboration. So I was just glad to be part of it.
Yeah, so you just mentioned convention coming up. So we do have the official dates for our virtual convention coming up. It will be November 12th through 15th. And the very exciting news, the board has decided to make it free to our members so they can get online and see those things as much as they want for free. We will talk more in detail in the future about what that looks like. I know Dr. Dochev, our president, is also in charge of the convention planning. So him and his team, which includes us, you and I,
Yep.
the virtual convention planning, are hard at work, and we're going to get more details out as soon as we can. But there is one little big, I say little because I'm not going to give too much away because I'm going to let you do it, but there's a big announcement. We already have one thing figured out for the virtual convention coming up, Guy, and it was on your Zagging 101 last week. But for our viewers that missed that, share with us the exciting news, Guy, about a special thing that's happening with our convention this year.
Yeah, so Chris, it really stemmed from having Stephanie Morris, Shape America's CEO, on as a guest, as we were talking about advocacy. Certainly, how we can use social media to really help, support all our advocacy efforts, certainly not only in our state, but also nationally. And one of the things that Dr. Dochev asked, because our theme this year is going to be on advocating every day. And by the way, if no one has seen last Friday's video from Dr. Dochev, we're going to repost it tonight. We want you to see it, because if you want to see about advocacy, you're not going to believe what he did last week. I'm not going to steal any more thunder from that, but you got to see it. It is the ultimate advocacy I've ever seen. But we're really pleased to announce that kicking off the convention on November 12th, we are going to be joined in a very special session that's going to be titled "The Impact of Social Media on Advocacy During the COVID-19 Pandemic." And our featured panel is going to be the past 4 presidents of Shape America nationally. So we're going to be going to 2018 with Judy Lo Bianco from New Jersey. We're going to be going to the state of Kentucky. Certainly someone who's had a big wow factor and got a tattoo in our state right last year in November. And that's going to be Jamie Sparks. And then current president is going to be Brett Fuller from Wisconsin. And then president-elect all the way from California is going to be Terry Drain. So we are so excited that we're going to have a featured panel discussion so that we can keep at the forefront how we need to be advocating through these new tools called social media. So it's going to be really cool to hear from them, even now that some of them are no longer president, like Judy and Jamie, but the impact they're having in their states in New Jersey and Kentucky, as well as the synergy they have with us here in Missouri. So Chris, I can't believe that all of them agreed within receiving the email from me for giving the invitation. They got back to me within 10 minutes, all of them. And I got a chance to call Dr. Lowry and tell him the great news. So Chris, it's going to be a real fun kickoff. And that's just going to be the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's a lot of other cool things that are going to be happening, but that definitely is going to be something very memorable, and something certainly our members can look forward to.
Yeah.
And with it, Chris, okay, I gotta let you break this news, only because on the ZAG, I got thrown off on breaking news because you had breaking news, and here it is. So at the top of the broadcast that I had on Zagging 101, Lauren, I just love her so much because it meant so much to her. She added a slide to let everyone know that certainly, you know, a few weeks ago, you reported and interviewed actually Darian DC, you know, Cockrell as being DESE's Teacher of the Year, right? And because we had Stephanie Morris on, did you know that Stephanie, do you know what Stephanie did?
Yeah, so it's actually
Tell us about
exciting. It's really
Yeah.
exciting because you and I talked about this after the show. For those that didn't get to see it, DC, who represents us here in Missouri, was extended an open invitation by Shape America's CEO, Stephanie Morris, to present at the Shape conference in Baltimore.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's huge. And I don't know if DC's got a chance to see it yet. I'm sure Stephanie's already been, you know, getting a hold of him. But just once again, for DC, when he watches this, we're proud of you, man. I told you a couple weeks ago, everything that's coming your way, you deserve it. And I just think the fact that not only DESE sees what this guy is doing, but the fact that our Shape America CEO is recognizing what he's doing, it's just huge, not just for our state guy, but just for PE teachers everywhere. With it's crazy how this is all kind of aligning with, you know, the COVID situation and physical education teachers fearful of losing their jobs. And then it's crazy because our president, Dr. Dochev, his theme was advocacy well before COVID was a thing.
Right.
He came up with that last November when he was running for presidency. And it's crazy to me how it's all kind of aligning. And, you know, it's kind of perfect timing in a strange, weird way that, you know, all this is happening for PE teachers, and not just DC. There's so many things going on great around this state and around the country. And, you know, you and I talked about, we're going to start highlighting those things. Mo Healthy Schools has released that they're doing their new stuff on Tuesdays, which is really exciting. We've got the Spaker Spot Girls doing their thing. We've got the Zagging 101 going on. It's a great time for us to be present in social media. And the fact that Stephanie just said right there on social media, caught you off guard, the host, you're like, whoa. So that's huge. And, you know, speaking of all these social media things, Health Moves Minds is a huge part of physical education right now. It's a great program. And if you don't know anything about it, please check it out. It's huge for your school. I want to get this right. We are having a Health Moves Minds town hall meeting on October 7th at 7 p.m. Guy, you've been in on the planning of that. Do you want to share a little bit more details with our viewers to know a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so something you may not know is that last year was the launch of this program, right, Chris? And we happened to lead the country in most schools signed up. The magic numbers was 160, and we came in at 162. And the way it works is that you enroll, which we're in that process of doing that now, as we're leading towards a date called National Kindness. That's going to be on November 13th. So we're counting down the days. I think it's like 53 days from now. And it's real exciting to be working with Christy Berry, Kyle Salva, as well as Anna Forsalito, because they're all part of that committee under Terry Garner. And what's really cool, though, is there's been some shifts and changes that I think is even more attractive than even before because of COVID. I think a lot more emphasis will be on the SEL, the social emotional learning and well-being. There's more added curriculum than before. So it's going to be really exciting that everyone can get their questions answered. You're going to hear some case studies. You know, it's going to be really cool for everyone that's involved in our state to see what's going on in this new program. I still say new because even though it's in its year, that's still relatively new compared to what we were doing for years and years and years, right? So anyway, we're looking forward to it. You guys will see more information on that coming out literally this week, next week, and weeks to come, that we really would like to get as many people there. That way you can learn about the program and you can learn how to get involved as well as, you know, advocate for it. So Chris, what's going on in our state under our leadership, you know, and also big here, breaking news, is that we just confirmed that Michelle Carter the person at Shape America from our national office will be joining us virtually as well during that town hall. So it's going to be a big event for us, and I just hope to see everyone there.
Yeah, so once again, that's our Health Moves Minds Town Hall meeting. That will be on October 7th at 7 p.m. Guy, it's been fun sharing this breaking news with you. Let's just keep things rolling. We've got a lot of exciting things going forward, and I'm excited to work with you on those. Like I said, we're working, for those that don't know, we work together a lot on a lot of things behind the
Oh,
scenes.
yeah.
And so we're staying busy, but I know you just went back to work face to face, and that was a little exciting for you. And also, everything's just kind of going crazy now as far as we got a lot rolling, and we're just going to continue to get things going. And to the viewers, we're going to get the information out to you as soon as we can about convention, what the conference times are like, how you can view the different things. If you would like to present, I do believe we're still looking for a couple presenters just to see, just share what you want to share. If it's a social media advocacy thing like Guy Danhoff does, or if it's more activity based, we're all for that kind of thing. So please submit those. You could reach out to us. You could reach out to Dr. Dochev at ucmo.edu, his email as well. Guy, thanks again. Like I said, Wednesday, we got Spaker Spot back again with their Brick to Click. Those girls have just been doing phenomenal. Yep. They just keep that train rolling, and they don't stop. And then exciting news this Thursday, Guy Danhoff, your Zagging 101 at 4:30 is going to feature two of our MOSHAPE members, Brad Brummel, and also the electric, I can say electric because he's on my committee, Drew Burris. And then we're also going to have Danny Garcia from California joining as well.
Yeah.
Very exciting show there. And then this Friday, our executive director, Dr. Tom Lowry, is going to be present in his executive edition of the MOSHAPE Minute. So another full week of shows. Guy, thanks again. And thank you for everybody for tuning into the MOSHAPE Minute, newly powered by Heart Zones. Have a great day.
See you guys.